Okay, the first award. The first award is named after Ed Brecker. Something like 40 years ago, there was a science journalist named Ed Brecker who started thinking about the drug issue. And he combined with the editors of Consumer Reports to produce a book called Licit and Illicit Drugs. Many of you may have seen it, that green paperback thing. It's mostly tattered by now when you find it. But that book 40 years ago was the one that revolutionized thinking among many people, from Ira Glasser to a whole host of other people. Sort of broke new ground. It's still worth reading. Presenting the award is going to be Tony Papa, my dear colleague at Drug Policy Alliance, in our media department, and somebody who's done his own writing and speaking based upon his own many years of experience behind bars. Tony Papa and the awardee, Roy Sekoff, come on up.
Good evening. The Huffington Post is the most influential news website in the country. It's staffed with talented writers that constantly address issues relating to our cause. And for many of us in this room, including myself, it serves a very, very, very important vehicle to publish our work and get issues to mainstream America, issues that sometimes are not reported responsively. And our relationship with its founder, Arianna Huffington, goes back about 11 years to the Shadow Convention, where a citizen's intervention in American politics took place. She took the lead there and has been an outspoken ally on the issue of the war on drugs ever since. Thank you. So for this reason and a whole lot more, I would like to present Roy Sekoff with the Edward M. Brecker Award for Achievement in the Field of Media.
Thank you, Tom.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I kind of feel that I should accept this award with a Greek accent, just for the authenticity, but I don't know how well that would go over with my boss, so I think I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, you know, Ethan, we love you so much, darling. You know, Ethan's fabulous. You know, he's been, anyway, Ethan, we love having you blog on the Huffington Post. No, as Tony said, I've been working with Arianna for 12 years. And one of the first things that we did was I co-produced with her the Shadow Conventions in 2000. And the point of those conventions were to, thank you. The point of those conventions were, and Ethan was one of our co-conveners. And the point of those conventions were to talk, you know, we did one in Philadelphia, concurrent with the GOP convention that year. And we did one here in LA, which is where the Democratic convention was. And the point was we were going to talk about 3 issues that we felt, 2 minutes, I can do that. I could cough and do 2 minutes, don't worry about it. So, you know, and so she thought, oh geez, he's going back 12 years. How are we gonna get to today? So, the 3 issues that we were trying to talk about that weren't being addressed by either of the major parties were poverty, the influence of money on politics, and the misguided drug war. And I'm sad to say, as I look now 11 years forward, that the poverty statistics are worse than they were. Thanks to Citizens United, the influence of money on our politics is more corrupting than ever. And I will say that I think of those 3, the fight against the misguided drug war, I think is the best, thanks to the efforts of Ethan and all of you at the Drug Policy Alliance. However, it's not even close to being far enough. I think we're all a little bit disappointed looking out at what the promises of 2008 were and where we are now, particularly now seeing where the Justice Department has just done just in this last month alone. It's really tragic. And it just says to us that we have to redouble the efforts. And that's one of the things that we've always wanted to do at the Huffington Post, is to talk about the issues that people aren't talking about, to put a spotlight on the issues that the mainstream media is refusing to talk about. And we're committed to keeping to doing that, and having people like Tony and Ethan and Tony Newman, who's not here. He's back supporting his wife in New York running the marathon, but we love Tony. and have those people have a place, have a platform to be able to talk truth both to the public and to power, because that's the only way we're going to change things, obviously. We've obviously now have 70% of the people in favor of decriminalizing marijuana, among other things. And so that's the fight we're going to keep fighting, and I'm truly, truly honored, and I thank you very much for this award, and in the name of the Huffington Post, I accept it. Thank you very much.